Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Gateway Motorsports Park for the final race in round one of the NAMAR Mountain Dew Code Red Series playoffs. After tonight's race, 65 laps of action, we will find out who the first 5 drivers eliminated from the playoffs are. One thing we know for sure, 2 of them are locked in automatically to the next round based on their wins. Brommer with 2 wins, he's gone back-to-back Road America, and then Chicagoland, which was our last race. Matthew Logan kicked off the round with a win at Iowa. Coming into tonight, the 5 drivers outside of the top 15 are Edwin Mendez, Sky Commons, Marty Johnson, Jonathan Zorlin, and Bobo Jones. Looking at the points, Mendez is 6 points out of 15th in points. James Ellison, who's tied with Nico Tringali. Of course, that tiebreaker goes to wins on the season, which Ellison would take. So it's Tringali that they are technically behind by 6 points. Well, Mendez is. Sky Commons is 9 out, Johnson 20, Zorlin 24, and Jones 26. Bishop is 15 points ahead of Mendez. Nereza and Gardner 16. Young 22. Oskin 24. Rich 29. Lightning 34. Seth Cole 35. Eli Bright 44. And then Hunter Braxton and Audra Baranauskas are both 50 points above. The most you can gain without winning a race is 49 points. So technically, Baranauskas and Braxton cannot fall out of the top 15 if all of the bottom 5 don't win, or any of the bottom 5 don't win, rather. If one of them wins, however, there is the chance that one of them could have the worst race ever, finish in last, and get bumped out.
Y'all come say it with me. Drivers, start your engine!
I talked so long, we weren't able to go through the starting lineup. I'll do it really quick. Dylan Young wins the coin toss. He'll start on the pole next to Jonathan Zorlin. Matthew Logan, Enzo Nereza in row 2. Sekuli and Deaver in row 3. Andrew Rich and Alan Cavanero in row 4. With Sky Commons and Audra Baranauskas in row 5. Eli Bright, Samet Oskin in row 6. Nico Tringali starts 14th. RJ Bishop and Edwin Mendez in row 9. Dale Lightning and Ryan Brommer in row 10. Gardner 21st. Braxton and Seth Cole in row 12. Bobo Jones 28th. Marty Johnson 35th. And James Ellison starts 38th. So Ellison and Johnson, not the starting positions they wanted. As we'll go full screen. This is the second time this season that Dylan Young and Zorlin start on the front row together. They did it back at Pocono. Zorlin won the coin toss for that race. However, neither driver would go on to win. It would be Dale Lightning, who took his second victory of the season at Pocono. Can that change tonight? Will Dylan Young see his 4th win of the season? How about Jonathan Zorlin, his 2nd? Or will Matthew Logan play spoiler and get his 2nd win of round 1? Green flag is out. 65 laps of action here at Gateway. And we've got someone going 3 wide there in the back. That's RJ Bishop, as I've got a small little bug flying around. Down the back straightaway, Matthew Logan into 2nd. He's looking to dive it in for the lead here in turn 3. They made some small changes to the package, and it looks like it's given a lot more grip to the bottom. Outside line with a bit of a run now in turn 4, but it looks like either Matthew Logan is just really fast or the bottom has become too strong. Young leads a lap at the line. That will be crucial for him if he ends up having a bad finish tonight. And he's trying to hold off Logan with all his might, but Logan's just too strong. He's almost got the 2-car cleared. Will it be another Junior Motorsports car playing spoiler here tonight? to this front row pairing, Young and Zorlin. Again, back at Pocono, they shared the front row. A Junior Motorsports car, Dale Lightning, went on to win the race. And Matthew Logan takes the lead here at Gateway. Sekuli in 4th, Rich 5th, Deaver, Nareza, Commons, Bright, Cavanero, your top 10 here on lap 3. As Zorlin will pass Young for 2nd, and ooh, look at the run he got on Matthew Logan there mid-corner. Does that allow Young to get a charge back? Yes, it does. Zorlin had to check up too much. And that puts Young back to his inside. But Zorlin has a pretty good race car, and he's going to hold off Dylan Young for 2nd. We go to the bottom of the field. Ellison in 38th, moving nowhere. Johnson 35th, moving nowhere. Seth Cole 26th. Let's see who else we got in here. Braxton 20th. Braxton and Baran-Oscus are basically locked in as long as they don't finish last. Last or second to last. That's all they really have to worry about, and they'll be all set. That's one thing I did not do that I probably should have done, was figure out the positions where these drivers are all set to go. I will definitely do that for Charlotte, which is the round 2 elimination race. Zorlin, though, it looks like he's not giving up. He wants to win. Charging to the inside of Matthew Logan. He did in turn 3. Couldn't quite get it to stick. Trying to get the car to bite off of turn 2 this time. We're 5 laps in, and the fastest lap of the race is RJ Bishop, who has just moved his way into the top 10. Zorlin again looking for the lead, but he has to back out. It's clearly him and Logan. Young has made a gap back to Sekuli in 4th place. Eli Bright 3rd fastest on the board. Logan 4th. Nareza 5th. As Deaver with another strong run, currently in 6th place after he finished 2nd at Chicagoland. And Deaver still looking to win a race like his teammate did. Every winner this season made the playoffs. So at this rate, we have the opportunity for a surprise upset win. How about Sekuli running in 4th? Would have been in the playoffs if not for an expired engine back at Kansas. He was running 3rd when that motor went, and he was challenging Baran-Oscus for 2nd too. Likely could have been the 01 and not the 22 in the playoffs if that happened a different way. For now, he's holding off Andrew Rich for 4th, but Rich is really charging for these 3 points. Meanwhile, the top 3 stay the same. Now Deaver to the top side. Eli Bright on his inside for 6th. As you see, RJ Bishop making his way around Enzo Nareza for 9th. So does Bishop have the strong car to beat tonight? Can he make his way up to the top 5? That'll be a thing to watch. We're going to take our first break of the night. Matthew Logan leads here at Gateway, looking for what would be his 6th win of the season. Welcome back to Gateway Motorsports Park. You're looking at an overhead view of James Ellison, who's trying to take 34th, or well, rather, he just took 34th away from the 60 of Jesse Turner. Him and Marty Johnson are both outside the top 30 right now. Ellison comes in with a 6-point advantage over Edwin Mendez. Marty Johnson 20 points behind him. And right now, Edwin Mendez is running in 17th place. So things not looking good for James Ellison right now. But back towards the front, Logan has a bumper full of Jonathan Zorlin. He just won't go away. Andrew Rich has made it up to 4th. And let's see, he is not gaining any ground. Dylan Young slowly fading from the top 2. Sekuli 5th, Bright 6th. Bishop has made his way up to 7th. Commons 8th, Deaver down to 9th, and Summit Oskin rounds out the top 10. So there is RJ Bishop in 7th. Sekuli has just been passed by Eli Bright for 5th place. That's another 2 points for the 88, as Bishop is trying to find the way by the 0-1. So Bishop looking pretty good though, however 5 seconds back now of the leaders due to traffic. And Dylan Young has finally lost the draft of Zorland, so we'll see how fast he falls back to Andrew Rich. Let's take a quick look. A 34.624 by Rich last time by. 34.609 by Dylan Young. So let's actually do a comparison, as Logan has been passed by Zorland. Zorland doing it the hard way on the outside from the looks of things, unless he made the pass in 1 and 2 the last lap. But Zorland back to the point. Lap time comparison, it's a 6.47 to a 6.26. 6.89 by Bright. And then back here they're running slower, so Bright starting to pull away. Bishop knows if he wants a shot at a top 5, he's got to get by the 0-1. So we are roughly halfway to pit stops. And we saw drivers stretch it out 17 laps in the heat races, so expecting the pit window to be about 32 to 35. I see Bishop just struggling here. Deaver back up to 8th. Commons up to 9th, or Oskin up to 9th, as Commons falls to 10th. And hey, he's got both teammates, Nereza in 11th and Cavanero in 12th, right behind him. Lightning 13th, Gardner 14th, Baran-Oscus in 15th. Flickinger, Mendez, Nanako, Riggs, and Hudson round out the top 20. As we mentioned, Seth Cole made this race on his playoff lock-in. So while Seth Cole's stat sheet will show he's made every race, even if he makes the rest of the races for the season, it will not be the same. And I'm technically considering that it's just down to Fitzwater, Cavanero, and Braxton for the most starts of the season award. But Flickinger challenging Baran-Oscus there for position. That is for 15th. The battle heats on now as Bishop has finally made it by Sekuli. Sekuli not able to sustain these speeds, and a lot of people are going to start challenging for positions, as Deaver is going to take back 7th place down the back stretch. So Bishop up to 6th. Let's see how much he can close in now. Since Zorland took the lead, he's just been pulling away from Matthew Logan. And Bishop kind of even with the 0-0. 7.06, 9.06, 2/10 faster than the 88, a 10th and a half than the 1, 3/10 faster than the 2, and another 10th and a half faster than the 9. So aside from Jonathan Zorland, RJ Bishop is the fastest car on the racetrack. The difference is 8/10 from Bright to Bishop. That time by, it's down to 4/10, maybe 5. So RJ Bishop definitely a threat to be reckoned with, at least on these sets of tires. We'll have to see if the pit stops shaking up his speed or not. But unless he gets a caution, I don't think he has a opportunity to challenge Zorland. Bright's going to kind of block him there mid-corner. We're on to lap 23. So we'll see if Bishop's able to get here. It's 2 points more for Bishop and 2 points less for Bright in the bid to make it to the second round. Both come in the green. Bishop or well, Eli is way better off than Bishop is. Bishop comes in 15 points above the cut line. Bright comes in 44 points above the cut line. But it looks like it's going to be a struggle for the 88. And Jonathan Zorlin, man, doing what needs to be done. He comes in 24 points out. Winning this race could change everything. And he's got a 2.5 lead here on lap 24. We're going to take another break, and we'll be back with more action from Gateway. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it happened, but it didn't happen to the person he wanted it to. It happened to himself. RJ Bishop's motor is going to expire here and bring out the caution. He's out of the way, but his car kind of turns back on the track. And right here, Donovan Cage has nowhere to go, and it takes him out of the race too. So caution flags out for the first time tonight, and everyone is down pit road. So everyone will take 4 tires. However, they're not at the window, so I think this is going to bring some strategy on. Sorlin, Logan, Rich, Young are the first 4 out. Then Sekuli, Oskin, Deaver, Commons, Nareza, and Gardner, I believe, is the top 10. Eli Bright with a very painful pit stop. He's going to lose a ton of positions. One car still on pit road back there. I think, yep, that's a car retiring. And it's not going to, because Bishop was run over, it's going to be listed as an accident for the 42. He's going to finish 39th. That's only going to be 4 points for RJ. So a very, very tough break for him. We'll be back for the race restart. All right, getting ready to go back. Green flag racing. We'll have 36 to go. It's going to be really close. I really feel like we're going to see cars make a decision on if they want to pit early for tires or if they want to stretch it out to the end. Sorlin's your leader still. Logan second. Rich in third now. Young fourth. Sekuli back up to fifth. Oskinson sixth. Deaver seventh. Commons eighth. Nareza ninth. And Johnny Gardner rounds out the top 10. Lightning 13th. Baranoscus is 14th. Seth Cole 15th. Mendez in 17th. Tringali 20th. Jones 21st. Braxton 22nd. Eli Bright falls all the way down to 23rd. Marty Johnson 25th. Ellison 29th. Ryan Brommer in 30th. So can Zorlin continue to lead the most laps here? The exit of RJ Bishop will certainly help him out. 39th will only get him those 4 points for the 42, and that is likely the end of his playoff bid unless some crazy stuff starts to happen. Right now, Mendez and Commons are doing really well versus Ellison and Tringali. I believe Commons is doing well enough to hop everyone, Mendez, Ellison, and Tringali. So that would put Commons and Mendez in. Bishop will drop all the way past all of them. So that puts 3 of those 4 in. With Zorlin winning, however, it bumps another one out. So that's the current points scenario, I believe. But you'll see it officially when the race is over. But nothing's changed. Zorlin still has the fastest race car of the track, on the track. Andrew Rich 3rd, Young 4th, Sekuli 5th, Oskin 6th, Deaver 7th, Commons 8th. Gardner has made it into 9th. So Sorlin's teammate rather, seems to have a fast race car himself. And he is challenging Commons for the 8th place position. And here comes Dale Lightning. He's going to take 2 for 1 from 11th to 9th place. Lightning passed Cavanero, and he sent it hard enough to take a position from Sky Commons. What a pass by Dale Lightning. And that's 3 points right there, because you get 2 more points from 11th to 10th. So maybe Dale Lightning with a really fast car now. We're seeing, after that reset, some new people inside the top 10. As Sekuli is still very apparently not in a race car worthy of being top 5, but because of the outside being tough in turn 4, he's holding on for now. We'll see here if Oskin gets a good run. It would be a good 2 points for him. Next time by will be 30 to go. Meanwhile, these 3 Chevys just kind of trail Zorlin, who's in a Ford leading. Alan Cavanero will pass teammate Sky Commons for 10th. Currently the top non-playoff drivers are Sekuli in 5th, Deaver in 7th, and Cavi in 10th place. And Adam Flickinger will go by Commons as well for 11th. So Commons not with a good race car right now. Not what he needs if he's going to make the round of 15. Him and teammate Enzo Nareza in the playoffs without wins. No bonus points to rely on. As right now, Logan will go into the round of 15 with another 5 points due to his single win at Iowa, and Brommer will go in with another 10. As right now, there's Edwin Mendez, who came in first man out. He's running in 18th place. Eli Bright having difficulty making ground back up. He's 23rd. Ellison has made it to 22nd, but it looks like he might lose that position to the 88. Marty Johnson running in 25th. And then the rest of the field. Brommer not having a good night. Luckily, he's got 2 wins that locks him into the round of 15. He also has enough points anyways to where he wouldn't be eliminated even if he finishes back there. Comes in with a 32-point gap over second in points. Braxton and Baranowskis. Lightning gets by Gardner for 7th after they pass Cole Deaver, and now here comes Samet Oskin. Or rather, Lightning's trying to get by Oskin. That's for 6th. Lightning powers by on the outside, and Gardner follows. And Gardner wants his position back from the 5. Into turn 1. Gardner will take it. So put Lightning back down to 7th. But now they've got to get by the slower car of Joshua Sekuli. As Gardner and Lightning begin to try and fly up through the field. Gardner's going to get a little tight there, but I think he's going to hold even with the 01. Let's see, is he there still on entry of 1? He is. And Gardner will blaze by Sekuli for 5th place. And now Lightning will try to follow. Matthew Logan has started to close the distance to Jonathan Zorlin. And Lightning's going to have to wait a bit here. He has to reform his momentum. And that's a bad way to do it. And Logan now has begun to fall back once again. So Jonathan Zorlin leading with 25 laps to go. We're going to take our last break of the night, and we'll return for the conclusion of this event. We're back here at Gateway. Don't look now, but there's another Ford Mustang flying towards the front. And it's the 98 of Johnny Gardner, who 1 lap ago passed Andrew Rich and Dylan Young on the outside through 3 and 4. And is he cutting down the distance? Oh, a little bit. 34.367 to a 4.39 by leader Jonathan Zorlin. His teammate Matthew Logan was closing in, but now Logan starting to fall off. And we've got to remember, as we approach 20 to go, we're still not sure these guys can make it. They pit under the yellow at lap 27, I believe. So that is 38 laps. Now, in the heat races, they were able to make it 17 on half the fuel tank. So we believe, theoretically, the fuel window was going to be 32 to 35 laps, maybe 36, considering it's a longer period of running on worn tires versus what they did with half the fuel tank. So we'll have to wait and see. They could theoretically make it 36 laps. Last time by, 5.66 to a 4.67. So Gardner is closing in slowly. Meanwhile, Dale Lightning in 6th, and oh man, didn't even notice him, but Cavanero's been on the move. He's up to 7th place. Sakuli be continuing to holding up, guys. Oh man, look at Corey Ricks up here in 11th. Mendez has made it up to 13th. Who's suffering right now? Johnson 26th, Seth Cole 27th. Bright's 22nd, Braxton 21st. I actually put Nereza down to 21st. So a lot of stuff going on. And Corey Riggs is trying to challenge Oskin for a top 10 position. Coming into the race tonight, Riggs 28th in the points with 4 top 10s on the season. And off of 4, he's going to take 10th place away from the 22, and he'll have 9th at the start-finish line on the 10 of Cole Deaver. So it looks like Riggs could be the next in a long line of drivers to get by the 0-1. And Edwin Mendez is making a charge towards the top 10 as well. Meanwhile, up near the top 5, it's going to be Cavanero taking 6th place away from Dale Lightning off turn 4. As Andrew Rich has fallen back behind Dylan Young. And let me tell you what, Logan has really fallen off 0.3 of a second a lap now to Zorlin, and at the same time, Zorlin's teammate Johnny Gardner is about 2.5 tenths faster a lap. Ooh, Gardner got to him at a bad place. He's tremendously faster than the 9. He just has to get by him quickly. Logan's 4 tenths slower than Zorlin a lap. Gardner's the opposite. Gardner's just got to get by the 9 here if he wants a chance at a win. It's something Gardner has been unable to do all season. To the bottom he goes of Matthew Logan. He should have enough grip to hold even off of 4. And that is the case. Stuart Haas with Biaggi is going to be 1st and 2nd. Right there, cleared is the 98 of Johnny Gardner. It cost him about 2 tenths. But coming to 13 to go, he'll have a shot to track down his teammate. No, he's coming to pit road. This is the strategy we talked about. Do you pit early for tires? And actually a handful of cars are. Gardner comes down with Rich. Voiles had already been on pit road. Baker, Turner. Ooh, Baran Oskus Cavanero and Deaver already coming down. And Gardner will slide into his pit stall. Let's see what the call is. Right sides are up. Left sides will go up 2 for the 98. Sorlin continues to stay out. Hudson's the next one to come down from 10th place. And every lap you stay out is the more time you lost. We saw it literally last race. And St. Beckett just popped up on pit road. Did that bring out a caution? It did. Yellow flag is out. Is Gardner a lap down? I'm pretty sure he is, yeah. Sorlin just took the yellow, and Johnny Gardner's good race is gone. Another mechanical failure brings out a yellow flag. And what could have been a very interesting strategy race is over. Everyone else will come to pit road here. Does anyone try something? Lightning has shown speed. He's going to be 4th in the pit road. And that just changed the whole point situation too. Stuck now is Gardner, Johnson, Rich, Ellison, Baranowskis. They're all stuck a lap down. Well, tail end of the lead lap. We'll see what the calls are here from these teams. There's probably going to be about 6 or 7 to go. Sorlin's taking rights only, as does Logan. Lightning will get out before the 2, so he's up the 3rd. It looks like right sides only for everyone here. But they will be in traffic. These guys already pit. They are not going to pit again. We're going to take one more break, and we'll be back for the finish of this race. Well, we're getting ready to go back racing. We'll have a total of 7 to go. 7 laps to go. So everyone who pit took 4 tires. So they're going to have some sort of advantage, because fall off is about 2 seconds, I think, at full wear. But they're all tail end of the lead lap. So Johnny Gardner leads that pack. Cavi, Rich, Deaver, Flickinger, Ellison, Hudson, and Turner. But we have to go back to the middle of the field where Jonathan Sorlin restarts. Everyone from his cycle of pit stops took right sides only. Sorlin, your leader. Logan 2nd. Lightning 3rd. Young 4th. Edwin Mendez up to 5th. Tringali 6th. Riggs 7th. Sekuli 8th. Oskin 9th. And Hunter Braxton your top 10. And we'll find out who gets eliminated once the race is over. But Sorlin probably in a better place with a lot of drivers trapped at the tail end of the lead lap. Green flag is out. 7 to go here at Gateway. And Lightning with a bad restart. Sorlin looking to get to the inside. He knows with all these lap cars, if he gets put to the top, it's game over. And that's what happens to Lightning. Dylan Young's to his inside for 3rd. Sorlin trying to find grip. Here comes Matthew Logan for the lead. On the inside, Logan outside Sorlin, but Sorlin with the runoff of 4. He's clear. And now he'll cut down to the bottom, trying to get to the inside of someone. Here comes Dale Lightning with a huge run. Lightning holding off Dylan Young for 3rd. Could Lightning spoil the show here late in the going? He showed speed on that last run. As you see, everyone in front has 4 fresh tires to Zorland's right sides only, and it's really making a difference. Gardner gained 1.6 seconds that lap, but there's another yellow. 5 to go yellow, and everyone on the tail end will get to the front. And Zorland's passing them because they're stopping for some reason. But now they'll go by. So all these drivers will get back on the lead lap, and if we get a restart, which we might get a 1-lap shootout, they'll have a chance to gain track position. It looks like there's damage on the nose of the 55. Let's take a look at what brought out the 3rd yellow of the race. Alright, we're looking at the replay. It was all the way at the back of the field. Frodemar Otts and Alex Sandaroa racing, and Otts apparently thought he was clear. And he just comes across the nose of the 52, and he just gets pushed around. Up the track they go. And Anderson taps the 52, and then nowhere to go. Into the 28 he goes, and then up into the outside wall. And that brings out our 3rd yellow of the race. We'll go back to live to see if we get a restart. It's official. 1-lap shootout. 1 final lap to decide if you're going to make it to the next round or you're going to get eliminated. And all those drivers who have 4 fresh tires are at the back of the pack. Now, none of them are going to win this race. But guys like Gardner, Rich, Ellison, Baranowskis, they have a tire advantage. We clearly saw it on the last run. It's a 1.6 second advantage from Gardner to Zorland. And in 1 lap, you might think, he should probably gain at least a few positions. So Gardner's restarting 22nd. He's going to be our guinea pig. We'll see how many positions he gains, but we have to stay at the front because if Logan gets a good restart here, he could go to the inside of Zorland in 1 and 2, and things could get close. All right. Here we go, guys. Zorland wins. He's a sure thing into the next round. It would be his 2nd win of the season. Logan looking for another 5 bonus points and what would be his 7th win of the season. Green flag is out. Logan gets a bad restart. That might be all it takes for Jonathan Zorland. Into turn 1 and 2 they go. Single file for most part. Sekuli to the inside of Corey Riggs. That's for 6th place. Down the backstretch one more time. Mendes is going to make a move on Dylan Young for 4th. Through 3 and 4, Logan looks low. To the inside of Zorland, Matthew Logan is, but not enough. Zorland gets the grip on corner exit, and Jonathan Zorland will win his 2nd race in the NAMAR Mountain Dew Code Red Series here in Season 3. And that will lock him in to the round of 15. Logan 2nd, Lightning 3rd, Dylan Young 4th, Mendes 5th, Sekuli, Riggs, Braxton, Oskin, and Bright round out the top 10. Gardner made it all the way up to 16th. Wow. How about that? Gardner made it up to 16th. Holy goodness gracious. So that'll do it for me tonight at Gateway. You'll see the official points, and you'll find out who gets eliminated. And then I will see you all at Springfield for the 3rd and last dirt race of the season and the final race in the state of Illinois. See you guys then.